Hello children, let us continue chapter number 8, comparing quantities, right? Children, we have learned about ratio. Ratio is a fraction. It has no units and ratio can be made between quantities of same units. Okay, today let us learn about proportion. Consider the following example. 4 notebooks cost 60 rupees. Then the cost of 12 notebooks will be 180 rupees. Here children, 4 notebooks, its cost is 60 rupees. So you can think, what is the cost of one notebook? The cost of one notebook will be 15 rupees. So 12 notebook cost will be 12 into 15. It is 180 rupees. And here we can write this as notebooks, 4 notebooks. And this is 12 notebooks. So we can make between the 4 notebooks and 12 notebooks one ratio. That is 4:12. See children, here the unit is notebooks only. Okay, number of notebooks. And 4 notebook cost is 60 rupees. 12 notebook cost is 180. So we are making another ratio of rupees. That is, in the first case it is 60 rupees and in second case it is 180 rupees. So the ratio between rupees is 60:180. The ratio between the number of notebooks is 4:12. So taking these 4 numbers or these 2 ratios, we can make one proportion. You see children, here 4/12. When you make the ratio, we get 4/12 and simplified form is 1/3. 4 in 12 goes 3 times, so we get 1/3. And the second ratio is 60/180. 60/180. Those zeros get cancelled and you have 6 upside and 18 downside. 6 in 18 goes 3 times, so we get again 1/3. Okay, so here the simplified form of the ratio is 1/3. Here also 1/3. So they are equal. Here the ratio of the first 2 numbers, that is 1/3, is equal to the ratio of the third and fourth number, that is 1/3. Such an equality is called a proportion. So here we have 2 ratios and if they are equal, we can say they are in proportion. So in general we can say, if we have 4 numbers A, B, C and D and they are in proportion, if the first 2 numbers is equal to the ratio of the last 2 numbers. Okay children, if the ratio of the first 2 numbers is equal to the ratio of the last 2 numbers, then we can say they are in proportion. So what is children? If we have 4 numbers and if they are A, B, C, D, if the ratio of the first 2 numbers A and B is equal to the ratio of the last 2 numbers C and D, then we can say they are in proportion. That is, if there is A:B is equal to C:D, then we can say they are in proportion. Proportion we can use using the simple 2 dots. Okay, A:B is as C:D. How can we read this simple? Which is read as A:B as C:D or A:B as C:D, or we can say A:B is proportion to C:D. Okay children, so this 4 dots represents proportion. So we can say in proportion A/B is equal to, in fraction form, A:B we can write in fraction form as A/B and C:D we can write in fraction form as C/D. So A/B is equal to C/D, or we can write as A into D, cross multiplication, we get A into D is equal to B into C. Okay, so one important point about proportion is product of extremes is equal to product of means. Extreme means last 2 numbers. If it is a proportion A and D, these are the last 2 numbers, first and last numbers. B and C are the middle numbers. So we can say the product of first and last terms is equal to product of the middle terms means. Okay children, this is an important rule about the proportion. Product of extremes, first and last number or first and last terms, is equal to product of the middle terms, second and third terms. Okay children. keeping things in proportion and getting solutions. Children, if the cost of one article is given, then the cost of certain number of such articles is equal to cost of one article into number of articles. For example, children, suppose the cost of 1 penny is 10 rupees. Then the cost of 5 such pens. What is the answer? So we will do what? Multiplication. 10 into cost of one article said 10 rupees. 10 into number of articles 5 pens. So 5. 10 5s are 50. What is its converse or opposite? If the cost of certain number of article is given, then cost of one article is equal to cost of given number of articles divided by number of articles. Children, let us take the same example and we make the converse here. We know the cost of 5 pens 50 rupees. So what's the cost of 1 pen? So what we will do? 50 rupees. What is the cost of 5 pens? That is 50 divided by number of pens 5. 50 by 5. So we get 10 rupees. Cost of one article is 10 rupees. So this method of finding the cost of one article is said to be the unitary method. A method in which the value of unit quantity is first obtained to find the value of any required quantity is called unitary method. And see here we have got cost of one article as 10 rupees. Then we can find cost of 10 pence. 10 pence equal to 10 into 10, 100 rupees. So first we have given a certain quantity, that is cost of 5 pence equal to 50 rupees. And we are finding the cost of 1 pen, that is 10 rupees. From that we are finding the cost of another quantity, that is 10 pence equal to 10 tens are 100. This method is said to be unitary method. Okay children. Let us do another example for learning the unitary method and proportion. Okay children. Example, a map is given with a scale of 2 cm equal to 1000 km. What is the actual distance between the two places in kilometers if the distance in the map is 2.5 cm? So first we may solve by unitary method. So 2 cm means 1000 km. It is given in question. Okay, so we are finding 1 cm means what? 2 cm is equal to 1000 km. So we are finding 1 cm means what? So 1 cm is equal to 1000 by 2. We have to divide the total distance by the 2 cm. So 1000 by 2. What is the answer? When we divide, we get 500 km. So 1 cm is 500 km. Now we are finding the value for 2.5 cm. 2.5 cm means 2.5 into 500 km. So when we multiply, what we are doing, we think the point is not there. So 25 into 500 we have to multiply and we get 12,500, and here we have one decimal point. So we are removing one decimal point here. So we get the answer 1,250 kilometer. Okay children, here using proportion we can find the same answer. See, the distance we do not know. Here asked to find the distance. So we are assuming the distance is x kilometer. So the first distance we know it is 1000 kilometer. 1000 kilometer is to x is equal to 2000 represents what distance? 2 centimeter, and 2.5 centimeter represents what distance? We do not know. So between the distances we make one ratio, and between the centimeters we make another ratio. Here in the question we have 2 centimeter and 2.5 centimeter. So we are making one ratio with the given centimeter. 2 centimeter and 2.5 centimeter. Ratio is 2 is to 2.5. And here we have given the distance 1000 kilometer and another kilometer we do not know, that is we are taking as x. So 1000 kilometer and x we are making another ratio. So these two ratios are equal. Okay, so we can form fraction for this ratio. 1000 is to x, we can write as 1000 by x, and 2 is to 2.5 we can write as 2 by 2.5, and we can cross multiply this. 1000 into 2.5 is equal to this. You can cross multiply like this. So 2 into x. So 2 into x is equal to, just we change the side. Here it is right side of the equation. This is left side of the equation. We have the variable on the right side. So I am taking to the left side only. Just we have change the sides. 2 into x equal to 1000 into 2.5. Same only I have written here. Therefore, x equal to here 2 we have multiplied with x. So, when you take 2 to the other side, you know we have to divide by 2. 1000 into 2.5 by 2. When you divide by 2, we get here 1000 by 2 is equal to 500. 500 into 2.5. Again we get as in the previous case. So the answer we get 1250 kilometer. So children, any method you use, unitary method or using proportion, we can find the answer for solving questions. Okay children. Exercise 8.1. Now let us solve. Okay, question number 1. Find the ratio of 5 rupees to 50 paise. Children, here we have to find the ratio, and ratio we can form between the same units. Here unit is rupees and here unit is paise. So you have to make into the same unit. You can convert rupees into paise. Okay, 5 rupees equal to 5 into 100 paise, because 1 rupee equal to 100 paise. So 5 into 100 paise is equal to 500 paise. Now we have 500 paise and 50 paise. We can form the ratio. Ratio of 5 rupees to 50 paise is equal to, instead of 5 rupees we are writing 500 is to 50. 500, this is we can write in fraction form as 500 by 50. So children, so simplifying time, 0 0 gets cut and 50 by 5 we get 10. Upside 10 and downside no number means 1. So 10 by 1. So it is equal to 10 is to 1. So 5 rupees to 50 paise, the ratio is 10 is to 1. Okay children. Second one, 15 kilogram to 210 gram. Here one is in kilogram and another is in gram. So we have to convert the units into the same unit. So 50 kilogram we can convert into grams. So 15 into 1000 grams. So 15,000 gram. Because you know children, 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams. So ratio of 15 kilogram to 210 gram is equal to 15,000 is to 210. 15,000 is to 210. How can we solve? Here 15,000 1 0 get cut and 210 1 0 get cut. And here upside we have 1500 and downside 21. And here we can cut by both numbers by 3. So 1500 cutting by 3 we get, in 15 how many 3s are there? 5 3s are 15. Then double 0 here and that double 0 we have to write upside. Okay. Now 21 cutting by 3 we get 7. Now 507 we cannot cut by any number. So we get 500 divided by 7. So the ratio we can write as 500 is to 7. Okay children. Question number C. 9 meter to 27 centimeter. Children, here we have two different units, 9 meter and one is in centimeter. So we have to do conversion. 9 meter is equal to 9 into 100 centimeter equal to 900 centimeter. And therefore ratio of 9 meter to 27 centimeter is equal to 900 is to 27. Instead of 9 meter we are writing here 900. Thus we can write in fraction form as 900 divided by 27. And for simplifying children, you have to prime factorize the number, and prime factorization doing time you get 900 as 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5 into 5 divided by 27. You can write as 3 into 3 into 3. And this downside 2 3's get cut with the upside 2 3's. Then what is left here? 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. 2 2's are 4. 4 5's are 20. 25's are 100. And here 1 3 is left with. So 100 by 3. The ratio is 100 is to 3. Okay children. Now question number 4. 30 days to 36 hours. Here also we have different units here. And so day we have to convert to hours. Okay. 30 days. You know children, 1 day is 24 hours. So 30 days, 30 into 24 hours equal to 720 hours. And ratio of 30 days to 36 hours equal to 720 divided by 36. And you know children, 36 in 72, 2 times goes and 1 0 is left here. So 20 by 1. Okay, so it is equal to 20 is to 1. Okay children. So today we do this much only. We may continue in the next session. Okay children.